Okay, so game 3, prep test 78, starting with question 12. Okay, so we're going to apply the rules one by one and find the rule breakers. Alrighty, so S can't be first, so D is out. S has to be before M and V. I'm skipping down to this rule because it's less complicated. So S before M and V. Okay, so E is out. T has to be between V and H. So B is out. Okay, and then we got it down to A and C. So if H is before L, then M also has to be before L. So in A we have H before L, but we don't have M before L. So A fails. But in C we have H before L and M is also before L. So let's write this one out. H, S, T, M, L, V. So that is a scenario that we've got here, but it's definitely crossing, the boundary quite a bit, right? So we've got H, and then we have S sneaking in there, and then we have T, and then we have M sneaking in there, and then L, and then V, right? So it might look kind of confusing to get this scenario from this diagram, but it does work out. We're not actually breaking any of the rules here. So there's one for our bank of acceptable solutions. Okay, question 13. Now, question 13, we have a global could be true question. So here we can just try each of them out. That, that's probably the way that we're going to have to do it. We actually have 2 other global could be true questions in this section as well, in this game. 16 and 17 are both global could be trues, so looks like we're just going to have to test some things, and we're going to have to get really comfortable with our rules here. So answer choice A, if the table is second and the lamp is third. So table second, lamp third. So here we'd have H before T, right? The table could be second here, but then the lamp has to be after M as well. So A is not going to work. B, the sundial on the second and the vase on the third. Sundial, vase. So could that work here? Yeah, so we'd start with L, then we'd have S, then V, okay, and then we could have like M, T, H, okay, so we'll just put M somewhere in there, but yeah, L is before M, so L should also be before H, which it is. S is before M and V, S isn't first, and we have VTH, so yeah, B works out. So that's another one for the bank of acceptable solutions. And that's the correct answer for question 13. Question 14. If the table is auctioned on a date that's later than both the date on which the mirror is auctioned and the date on which the vase is auctioned. So let's write this guy out. So if the table is later than the mirror and the vase. Okay. So which scenario is that true in? That's true here. It's true in our acceptable solution here. Yeah, I mean, so we could have the mirror pop in before the vase there, but it looks like that's the only way that it's going to work, right? Because if the vase is before the table, then the table has to be before, what is that, a harmonica? Yeah, so it's got to work like that. So we're dealing with this scenario here. So what could be true? Could the harmonica be auctioned on an earlier date than the table? Nope, that's not going to work. The table earlier than the lamp? Nope. Okay, so I'm just looking at this guy here. The table earlier than the sundial? Not going to happen. The mirror is earlier than the vase. That's possible, right? The mirror could jump in there. So we could have LSM, VTH. That's possible. The sundial earlier than the lamp. Nope, that's not going to work either. So we did process of elimination, but we also confirmed that there is a solution where D works, so D is the correct answer. Question 15. Which one of the following cannot be the antique auctioned on the day immediately preceding the day on which the vase is auctioned? So can't be right before the vase. So we actually have a few that we've already created, right? So Bank of Acceptable Solutions is helping us out here. So we know for sure that the day right before the vase could be the lamp, could be the sundial, could be the mirror. Okay, so we can eliminate B, C, and D based on that really quickly. Then it's down to A and E. So let's see. The day immediately before, immediately before the vase. So could we have the harmonica immediately before the vase? If the harmonica is before the vase, the table's going to be in between them. So A is the correct answer. That guy's never going to be right before the vase. So we can answer that one just based on the original rule, but Bank of Acceptable Solutions in action, good practice there using that. All right, question 16. Another global could be true. So let's try these one by one. Also, we can make use of our Bank of Acceptable Solutions potentially. So the mirror on June 2nd. Okay, now if the mirror is on the 2nd, that means the sundial would have to be on the 1st, and that's not allowed. Okay, so A is out. B, the lamp on the 2nd. Okay, so in what scenario here would the lamp be able to be on the 2nd? Well, it can't be the 2nd here, it has to be the 1st. And here, if it's the 2nd, then it would have to be after H, because S can't be first, so we'd have to have H then L. But if we have H before L, then M also has to be before L, so that one's not going to work either. C, the vase on the 2nd. Same problem as we had with answer choice A, right? So if the vase is 2nd, S has to be before it. S would have to be first. That's not allowed. D, the lamp on the 3rd. Okay, so we'd be dealing with that here. So it would have to be H and then M and then L, but S has to be before M as well, so we just really don't have enough room for S, and yeah, so that one's not going to work either, right? So we're down to E, the mirror on the 5th, and that would totally work here, right? So we could pop the mirror into that 5th spot, no problem with that one. We could actually make that work in this scenario as well. The mirror on the 5th. Okay, E is the correct answer. Question 17, last one, also global could be true. Okay, could the sundial be auctioned on the 5th? Well, the sundial has to have M and V after it, right? So latest it could be is 4th. And then the question is, can the sundial be 4th? So in this scenario, if the sundial is 4th, that means M and V are the only ones after it. So L can't be after M. It would have to be before both H and M. So we could have L, then H, then T, then S, then M, then V. So let's double check our rules. S isn't first. If H is before L, it's not. If L is before M, it is. Then L also must be before H. Excellent. Is S before M and V? Yes, it is. Excuse me. And we either have VTH or HTV. So we have HTV. B is the correct answer. Okay, so hopefully that worked out for you. Let me know if you have any specific questions about it, and I'd be happy to do my best to answer them or make a video about a specific question going over it a little more slowly.